This is the story about how becoming a mom
changes you as a woman.
When I look into my child's face, their first laugh, their embrace, I forget myself and I'm floating in space.
So I am going to the doctor today to get a full physical, and I'm going to see this doctor, Dr. Huizinga. He is like the best of the best in Los Angeles. Jen went to him last year, and he's the doctor for the Lakers and the doctor for that show, The Biggest Losers. I'm 42 years old. I've never had a complete physical, and it is probably about time that I do. Here comes the doctor that I've heard so much about. Nice to meet you.
Give me a thumbnail sketch about yourself.
We take so much time as women about how good we look and how thin we are, but personally I want to really talk about longevity.
The way I look at it is you got to start out by being fit. Barbara is incredibly active, runs around, does a million things, kind of like the prototypic American mom, you know? But like the majority of Americans, you don't exercise.
Zero. I do nothing. But I'm really active. Like, I'm not a person, I don't sit down a lot. I do all of my own housework, so that, I don't care. That's like the biggest workout ever.
The average person, how often should they be going to the doctor, and what should they be looking for when they go?
You want somebody that'll give you time. The history is about 80, maybe even more % of it. So you need somebody that takes in all the data, everything about you. What's your sex life like? What's your exercise like? What are your problems? What are your complaints? Once you take all that in, then you can make a decision. What area on the exam should I really focus on? How much, like, carrot juice or...
Oh, no, that's because I got a spray tan.
Oh, that's a spray tan.
Yeah, I got a spray tan yesterday.
All right. Have you ever had a bone density study?
No.
I did a comparison between both you and Jen in what I call kind of the body Xerox machine. And this is a machine where we basically scanned you in. Here's the interesting thing. Do you guys know how everybody rates thinness in this country? It's something called BMI. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's called Body Mass Index. So on that figure, you're the thinner person.
Right.
And you're the healthier person. But we now know that the BMI is BS, because all it does is measure your weight divided by your height. It doesn't tell what your weight is made of. And it turns out you're 29.2% body fat.
What was hers?
Hers was 23%.
Oh.
Yeah, you've got that little knock on you because marbled in fat, a little bit goes to the liver, a little bit goes to the layer around the heart, and it puts you at slightly higher risk of diabetes, of cancer, of, you know, certain other
I'm gonna die.
chronic diseases. Now, very
We
mild.
all are, honey.
Very mild, you know.
Well, I'm already shrinking, as we found out at your office.
You are 68 inches.
Just how tall?
I'm sorry?
How tall is
5'8".
5'8". My God, I'm shrinking.
We did have one thing on you, if I can go into that.
Yes, tell me.
You have a slightly low testosterone level, you know, which is also a big
No
buzzword.
wonder I never want to have sex.
I thought that's estrogen.
Oh, okay,
No.
wrong one.
No, interestingly enough, testosterone is kind of it's the aphrodisiac hormone, you know, and it's like
That explains
never wanted
it. I just spit on you.
I know, but
That
okay,
is-
it's a revelation.
Can you give me something for that?
Absolutely. Let's face it, you guys are both going on young power, you know, but when you hit, you know, the big 5-0, all of a sudden you go, hey, how do I get that little extra oomph? Do you want to go online and get some kind of BS internet magic pill?
Right.
Do you want to, you know, eat some kind of, you know, this is the best fruit, you're going to have blueberries and somehow your life's going to change? The extra oomph comes from exercise, regular exercise.
Okay, so how much do we need to exercise? Are we talking like 4 hours a week? Are we talking, 20 hours a week?
It's a minimum of 4 hours a week, but it's got to be 4 hours at the edge of your envelope, too. It's not just lollygagging.
I think that a lot of people get overwhelmed with the idea of, oh, God, well, it's too late for me. So what I love about this conversation...
Is it not too late? Can I do these things? And check back with you and see if they make a difference.
It's too late when you're over probably 90 years old. The whole reason to exercise, and I think the reason to see a doctor, is really to feel good. You know, you want to be at your sharpest, you want to feel energetic, and that's why I think exercise is so important.
Oh, don't do that to me. It's painful for me to exercise.
I'm going to find an exercise for you that's not painful, because if
Really?
it's painful, you're never going to continue it.
Give her
I
the
agree.
testosterone, she'll want more sex, and that's good exercise, and do your Kegels. And think about this.
Time to work out and get healthy. Got my little weights with me. Let's see if they actually work.
We're all living a lot longer. You wouldn't drive a car without an oil change and filling it with gas. Time to get that tune-up and put the premium in. You're worth it. Remember, we're all in this together.
Would you like to be on Mom Life? Come visit our community at jenandbarb.com and find out how you and your mom life can be on our show.
Brought to you by Truvia. Honestly sweet.
Before she comes back here, she's trying to cheat me out of my inches. How much is 5'10"? God, she's right. Is that 2 inches difference?